thank you. Oh, my God. I've got my own show. Yes, it's Alan Carr, Chatty Man. Well, what a week it's been. Yes, I was at the O2 this week. I saw Britney Spears. Anyone here see her live? Well, I say live. Womanad. Come off it. It's like she was eating like a mouthful of Highland toffee, wasn't it? Womanad. How do you sound like that? Oh, da. She sounds like she's singing for a McDonald's drive-through intercom. Have you heard that? The little fish. The Britain's Got Talent tour kicked off on Friday. Susan Boyle is said to be back to her usual self. Is that good news? Oh, man, come on. It was the phone-in thing. But she is back on stage where she belongs. The bad news is she thinks she's in diversity. It's not pretty when she does a backflip with that medical gown on. Oh. I thought I saw floral highlights. I did. Don't be dirty, don't. And then there's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been sold for £80 million. Yes! Who's that, his agent? £80 million? £500,000 a week? I've not got a joke about it, I'm just fucking pissed off. Apparently the deal was done 6 months ago. How did he keep it a secret? I'm just so indiscreet myself. I couldn't do it, as I was saying to Simon Cowell in bed the other night, didn't I? No, it's a joke. Hello and welcome to Alan Carr, Chatty Man. Yes, we're back for a new series. And I'm a Celebrity's also back. Are you watching? Of course, Strictly's Camilla has walked out. Well, I say walked. See ya. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. It was nothing. It was just unnatural. Have you seen her, though? What a bunch. Have you seen the people in it? I even saw a monkey in a tree going, losers. Followed by... which is monkey for Katie Price. Give me those lips, I want my ass back. Look at them, you see them? You've been watching X Factor? Who do you think's gonna win? Stacey! I love Stacey. I love Stacey. Lovely singer, but have you heard her talk? She's amazing, just can't believe it. Has she got a slow puncture? What's up with the woman? She's deflating, all right. And what about Jedward? Jedward? All right. We kept them out the bottom two on Sunday, didn't we? Yeah, we learned the lesson the week before. No one wants to hear that caterwauling twice, do we? Ice, baby. Ice. Talk about a car crash. I started rubbernecking my own telly. I was like... The police told me to move on from my own living room. What about Calvin Harris storming the stage with a pineapple on his head? Simon Cowell said it was outrageous. Louis Walsh told the pineapple it had nailed it and made the stage its own. What I want to know is... What... Get the piss off! Don't ruin someone else's show, you little shit. Welcome to Alan Carr, Chatty Man. What a week it's been. Katie and Alex got married in Las Vegas. But did I get an invitation to a wedding? Oh, that fondue set's going right back to Argo. The wedding was described as simple. Then again, so was Alex, to be fair. Alex confuses me. He does that. He's like a hard man, isn't he? But likes cross-dressing and all over fake tans. I think Guy Ritchie should do a movie with him, don't you? Rock, cock and 2 orange bollocks. That's a good one. I'd watch it. What about John Terry? I'm like a coiled spring. Oh, wow, me right up. Shagging his best mate's girlfriend behind his wife's back. The problem with Terry is he's got more money than sense. It's true. Although that statement would equally be true if he only had £2.60. What a wrestler, what an arsehole. Though, to be fair, the girl he'd been having it away with is no better. How many Chelsea players did she get through? Hey. Mind you, I'm not complaining. I've got her in my fantasy wag team. All I need is Nancy DeLolio to get involved in a roasting and, well, I'm quids in. On top of the league. And finally, Madonna and her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jesus, have broken up. When I read Madonna and her Brazilian split, memories of that leotard came flooding back. A new series of Alan Carr, Chatty Man. Oh, lovely. What a week it's been. Did you all watch England against Algeria? Yeah, come on, England, and try and win a game, for God's sake. Of course, Simon Cowell stuck his nose in by suggesting Capello played James Corden and Dizzy Rascal's song in the dressing room before the match. Capello should give Cowell a taste of his own medicine and suggest Spellbound use Robert Greene as their main catcher for the Royal Variety performance. He's dead, Mum. Of course, the wives and girlfriends arrived in South Africa on Saturday. Yeah, the papers called it Wag Day. John Terry, however, called it Christmas. And, he's a filthy sod, isn't he? What about that oil spill? Oh. No, I know. BP have been getting it in the neck from Obama, haven't they? Oh, dear. You just can't win with these Americans. They spend billions of dollars invading Iraq just to get their hands on the oil, but you pour 1 million gallons here on their front lawn, and it's mo, mo, mo! Do you know what? But they're moan Americans. England, we wouldn't moan, would we? Us Brits, we wouldn't be moaning. We'd be driving straight down that beach and ringing out that seagull straight into the petrol tank. Welcome to the new series of Alan Carr, Chatty Man. What a week it's been. Matt Cardle won the X Factor. Oh, did you watch it? Yeah. I like Cher. No, listen, she splits the odd. I love Cher, I do. But you get that impression she could turn at any time. Do you know what I mean? It's like one of those cats you get on holiday in Greece. You know, you go, well, no, you ain't. You could turn. The whole competition had been dogged with allegations that it was fixed. In fact, as Dermot revealed the winner, I was bracing myself for him to say, Russia! I was. I thought Wagner was brilliant. Well, brilliant if you ever wondered what John Prescott would look like if someone had spiked him with acid at a full moon party. But, you know... I'm a creep. I mean, sometimes you couldn't hear Louis over all the shouting. But then again, it was very rude of Louis to be chatting during Mary's performance in the first place. This is the man's world! This is the man's world! I mean, Mary! Spillage in aisle 4! That's what she liked. When they're back at Tesco, she'll be like, fucking what the fuck? The final of Strictly next weekend. It hasn't been the same, has it, since Anne Widdecombe's gone? It hasn't, has it? What a chest, though. I've heard of dancers having 2 left feet, but 2 left tits? They're all over the bloody place. It's just not dignified for a woman of Widdecombe's age to be dragged around the floor like that, is it? She was spending more of a Saturday night on her back than Katie Weisel's nan. She was. Stacey Solomon when I'm a Celeb last week. I love Stacey, I love her, but it wasn't always easy, was it, understanding what she was saying? Are they sentences, or is she playing Pictionary with an imaginary friend? Danny, koala, no, it's so bad. I just think, you know... Sean also said he wanted to rip off Gillian McKeith's head, set her on fire and bury her in the jungle. Put your phone down, love. It's not a trial. The phone lines are closed. But you might still get charged. While she was in the jungle, Gillian said she missed her period. Yeah, by about 70 years from the look of it. And finally, Michael Jackson's new album is released today, and yes, Randy Jackson's claimed that it's not Michael's voice. Yeah, well, that wasn't Michael's nose. They weren't Michael's kids, but you kept pretty quiet about that, didn't you, Randy? Oh, thank you. Oh, please. Welcome to a new series of Alan Carr, Chatty Man. Woo! Oh, look. J-Lo gets that glittery. Look at that lovely purple stage. What do I get to come down? A teak fire escape. Look at it. J-Lo's on the show. I'm so excited. Have you got your dad's card sorted for Father's Day on Sunday? Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to say a few things about my dad. But unfortunately, I'm prevented by the super injunction he's taken out on me to keep our relationship secret. To celebrate Father's Day, Premier Inn held their annual Celebrity Dad of the Year Awards this week. I know, Wayne Rooney was nominated, though I can't imagine him coming to a Premier Inn to pick up an award, can you? A prostitute, maybe, but not an award. Talking about model dad. What about Ryan Giggs? Come on, hands up. Who's had Ryan Giggs? Come on, we've all had him, come on. Oh, I'm not meant to say that. Oh, sorry. See you in the small claims court, Giggsy. Come on, that super injunction. It didn't bloody work, did it? Come on. He'd have better chance of keeping his name out the press if he'd scrawled it in lipstick across Katie Price's tits. Wouldn't he? Shagging his brother's wife, trying it on with his brother's wife, Mum. I knew he was a family man, I just hadn't realised he was asleep with every woman in the family, man. I didn't. And talk about taking the piss. It was getting to the point that even the family cat didn't want to be left alone in a room with him. Honestly. Oh, you know what's broken my heart while I've been off air? The way Cheryl Cole's been treated by Simon Cowell and that bloody X Factor. You'd at least expect a judge to make it through to boot camp, wouldn't you? Whole thing. The first thing Cheryl knew about it was when she turned up to the judges' houses and found Cowell had changed the locks. Yeah! Sunita and a bailiff were walking out with a flat-screen telly. To me, Sunita, to me. To me. To me. I phoned Cheryl straight away up to sympathise, and she told me, she said she's coming back even stronger than before. Well, at least I think that's what she said. I mean, it might have been popping out for a curry. I don't even understand it with that Geordie accent. I have no idea. I couldn't keep up with it. Could you keep up with it in the papers? I didn't know. Cheryl's definitely doing the US show. Cheryl's not doing the US show. She's doing the UK show. She's not doing the UK show. She's going back to the US show. She's not going back to the US show. Honestly, she was in and out more times than Ryan Giggs' knob at a family tea party. It was. I couldn't keep up. Honestly. Oh! I'm back! I'm back! Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Alan Carr, Chatty Man. Oh, what a week it's been. Colonel Gaddafi was finally buried. Yes, yes. I mean, he was a shit dictator, though, wasn't he? 42 years he ran that country with an iron fist, and still he didn't think to promote himself above Colonel. Wouldn't you? If that had been me, I'd have been Archduke Alan III before you could say bubble perm despot, honestly. When they found Gaddafi in the storm drain, the rebels claimed he was holding an antelope's head in the belief it would protect him. What's he gonna do, put it on and try and sneak out? Where's Gaddafi? I don't know. Hang on, is that antelope wearing sunglasses and Cuban heels? Yeah, but good for the Libyans, isn't it? Free at last. It's good, isn't it? I enjoyed watching those men stamping their feet on the posters of Gaddafi. Did you see it? It's like watching Nancy DeLolio on Strictly, weren't it? Especially with the moustaches. Are you all watching the X Factor? I like that Janet. Janet, yeah. Oh, voice of an angel. Yeah, hair of a Cabbage Patch doll. Voice of an angel. Poor old Louis, he's having a rough ride this series, isn't he? There's talk of him facing the axe. Apparently he woke up and found Kitty standing over him with one. You've got such pretty hair, Louis. She scares me. And finally, Jeremy Clarkson lifted a gagging order on his ex-wife's claim that he'd had sex with her after he married his current wife. I knew he had an injunction out, but I always assumed he'd been shagging Richard Hammond. Can you imagine, though, having sex with Jeremy Clarkson? That stench of fags and petrol. But like getting dry-humped by your granddad's shed, wouldn't it? I get it. What a week it's been. And what a week. Have you all bought your Simon Cowell books? According to the author, Simon isn't gay. But how could he be? This is a man who loves tits so much, he got himself a pair.
I like you.
He is camp, though. Simon's company. I mean, it comes to something when you have to draft in David Walliams to butch up the Britain's Got Talent game. According to the book, Simon was hitting on Danny, hitting on Cheryl. He's like the office sex pest, isn't he? He got to the point that even Tesco Mary felt uncomfortable alone in the room. She's wearing an ankle-length tabard. No means no. Since the book came out, a glamour model has claimed she had sex with Simon in his car, which made him uncomfortable. Not because he thought someone might see him, no, he got one of his built-up shoes caught in his V-neck. Are you all watching The Voice? I love it, don't you? It's like X Factor for munters, and I love it. I love it. I think judging talent competitions purely on The Voice is a brilliant idea, don't you? I mean, why should babes like Susan Boyle and Paul Potts win everything? Why? There's someone else a bloody chance. I love those big armchairs the judges have, although Tom Jones looks more like he's in the day room waiting for someone to switch over to Homes Under the Hammer. I'm being horrible. And finally, a new Range Rover designed by Victoria Beckham was launched this week. Yeah, good for her, good for her. The car will seat 5 adults, or 42 Victoria Beckhams, but... Apparently, she had to ask David what a 4x4 was, and he said it was 17. But... to a brand new series of Alan Carr, Chatty Man. What a week it's been. Honestly. The Olympics and Paralympics finally came to an end. Weren't it amazing? Yeah. Oh, it was. Lord Coe got a 30-second standing ovation at the Paralympics closing ceremony, which was a great opportunity for George Osborne to weed out a few disability benefit cheats from the... You can walk. You can walk. I guess if I had to pick one moment that summed up the sheer will to overcome a disability, it would have to be Jerry Halliwell going for a high C in the Spice Girl medley at the closing ceremony. Good for you, Jerry. I mean, the whole crowd did the Mobot. Did anyone see the wheelchair rugby? You see it? I'm not sure the legacy of that's going to be positive. Do you mean I picked up a honeydew melon in Safeways and got rammed by a pensioner in a mobility scooter? Oh, and Andy Murray became the first Brit to win a tennis Grand Slam in 76 years. We're in the winning mood, aren't we? Us Brits, we are. Yeah, 65 Olympic medals, 120 Paralympic medals, and now the US Open. There hasn't been a summer sporting haul like this for Britain since that bunch of hoodies ran out of JD Sports during the riot. And finally, a new chapter in the Simon Cowell biography revealed he had a nervous breakdown. Yeah. And do you know what? Now I think about it, that man wearing just his pants on the roundabout pointing at cars going, "I like you," did seem familiar. Oh, it was bad. He started hearing voices in his breasts. He did. You shut up. I like you. you blame Simon for being mentally unstable? You've got Sunita dancing around as a yucca plant and Louis Walsh's hair changing colour every week. Have you seen it? It's like a mood stone. He went white when that lap dancer squatted on his face. You see that? Welcome to a brand new series of Alan Carr, Chatty Man! Oh, lovely. Oh. What a week it's been. Britain lost its AAA credit rating. I know, Britain's gone from AAA to AA1. But on the bright side, if we can lose just one more A, we'll be A1 and eligible to take part in the next series of ITV's The Big Reunion. Get in! Yeah. Take that, Bewitched. Yeah. I'm not saying our finances are screwed, but George Osborne is having to prepay Britain's energy bill by keeping a key fob topped up at the co-op. Seriously. Cameron and Clegg might actually have to get married just for the cash from the OK magazine. According to the BBC's Nick Robinson, George Osborne risks being called the downgrade Chancellor. Though I imagine most of us will stick with posh twat. Did you all watch the Oscars? Talk about a moving night. I mean, and that was just Dame Shirley Bassey's bingo wings during Goldfinger. It blew Adele's beehive to row F. Daniel Day-Lewis won Best Actor for Lincoln. Daniel now says he's going to quit acting for 5 years and train as a stonemason. Seriously. That could lead to his most demanding Hollywood job yet, trying to chisel some expression back into Catherine Zeta-Jones's face. Did you see it? Come on! Smile, Daniel! What about Jennifer Lawrence falling over? I wonder how many blokes saw that from behind and thought, actually, that Miranda scrubs up quite nicely. IKEA had to withdraw their meatballs after they were found to contain traces of horse meat. Yeah, horse in their meatballs. No trace of leather in their sofas, though, but horse in their meatballs. It's worse than it sounds in some cases. The balls were still attached to the horse. To the day they find horse meat in Yo Sushi. Can you imagine? Sitting in front of that conveyor belt, be like watching the Grand National wedding. Come on! Come on! Welcome to a new series of Alan Carr, Chatty Man! Yeah, look at this. What a week it's been. Because of the crisis in Syria, David Cameron had to come home early from his 4th holiday of the summer. What about those pictures of his sunburnt, chubby pink skin? But still, a nice serving suggestion for anyone considering roasting a tin of spam this weekend. What I don't get is if Cameron's so keen to launch an attack on Syria, why doesn't he just tell Greg Wallace that President Assad tried to grope his girlfriend? Simon Cowell was photographed on a beach kissing the woman carrying his baby. Oh, he looked so awkward, didn't he? He looked awkward, didn't he? In fact, when I saw the photos, I had to ask my mum and dad to get off in front of me just to get the image out of my head. No. There was a lot of talk about the toddler on the beach. It's not the baby, but Simon trying to walk in the sand in a Cuban flip-flop. Of course, Simon plans to be present at the birth, provided the hospital can find a surgical gown with a V-neck. No. He's such a playboy, when the waters break, he'll think it's an excuse to get his jet ski out, will it? Speaking of babies, Edinburgh Zoo reckon their panda, Chan Chan, could be That's Rodolphe, that's his name! Chan Chan could be... It's like wind chimes when I say it, isn't it? Chan Chan! Reckon their panda Jan could be stop laughing, could be pregnant and maybe about to give birth. Oh. It'd be interesting to see which is less hairy, the panda baby or Simon Cowell's. I saw a photo of the panda mum with her black eyes and I thought, pregnancy or no pregnancy, just leave him. And finally, can we talk about Cheryl Cole's new rose tattoo on her bum? Oh, don't. It looked like she was wearing a nappy made out of Mary Berry's floral bomber jacket. I mean, I like roses, but knowing Cheryl's run of bad luck, it'll probably get green fly. Thank you. What a week it's been. Oh, can I mention the poor families of the passengers of that missing plane got all that bloody shoddy treatment in Malaysia. Did you see it? Yeah. The plane's missing for 18 days and then the Malaysian Prime Minister announces that the plane's lost. No shit, Sherlock. Even Joey Essex had worked that bit out, do you know what I mean? What about the conspiracy theories about the plane? Didn't make sense, did it? Planes don't just disappear off the face of the earth. Winners of The Voice, yes. But not planes. Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin announced they're going to separate. They've called it an uncoupling. What's that? Don't tell me Chris has got a barb on his penis like a fox. You know what I mean? No, because you do get connected, don't you? Not that I've had sex with a fox. Honestly, I haven't. But it's the kids I feel sorry for. Dad's always away on tour. Imagine being raised by Gwyneth Paltrow. Half the time you're watching Glee. The other half, it's Iron Man 2. You're either going to grow up gay or a robot. I don't know. And finally, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. Oh, we all love our mums, don't we? Yeah! Let's hope you've all got your mum something she really wants. Or failing that, something last minute in a basket from the Body Shop. I mean, you can't beat the scent of pineapple body butter, can you? Reminds me of that night with the man from Del Monte, honestly. He said no. He said no. But you can't get a table in a restaurant, can you? Last year, me and my mum had to make a reservation just to queue up in Chicken Cottage. People were saying her bucket looked greasy. I told them it was the pineapple body butter. Now, cross your legs, Mum. Don't be dirty. You are wrong. Wrong. Please. What a week it's been. Princess Kate's going to have another baby? It's too early to say if it's a boy or a girl. It's much like if you see Kelly Maloney walking towards you from a distance. Poor Kate's been suffering acute sickness and dehydration. No, wait a minute. Perhaps I need a scan. I just assumed I'd overdone it on the Jaeger bombs last night. My God, I'm having a baby! Strictly had its launch show. Brucey came back to open the show with some tap dancing. You see it? Well, I say tap dance, it was more like that moment Forrest Gump kicked his calipers off, wasn't it? Don't you wicked, don't. I'm not even sure Brucey was meant to be there. No. Or if that old woman from Bake Off had just taken him out of the freezer when no one was looking. No, wicked. It's too much for the bloke from Bargain Hunt. He's so obsessed by antiques, he tried to roll Brucey up in a carpet and sneak him off in the back of a van. And finally, the campaigning for next week's Scotland referendum's been hotting up, innit? First it was a no in the lead, then it was a yes. The old debate is swinging around more erratically than John Barrowman's accent, innit? It's turning into some horrible divorce where we have to divide everything up, innit? And if that's the case, Bagsy, the fit one from the Proclaimers. Don't worry, he knows which one he is. He wouldn't walk 500 miles for that. That harness is well fit. If they get independence, the Scots could get their own currency. Good. Good. Have you tried passing a Scottish £10 note over in a bar? It's like you're trying to pay with a pipette of Ebola. You're like... But before all that, oh my God, what a week it's been. The Jeremy Clarkson fracas rolled on all week over the allegations he punched a Top Gear producer who couldn't rustle up a steak. I don't pay my TV licence for BBC presenters to behave like Clarkson. Well, at least that's what I plan to say if the detective van ever catches up with me. Why did Clarkson kick off about the lack of a hot meal? It's not like the fat bastard's wasting away, is it? I mean, come on, the last time I saw him, he looked like he was pregnant with Elton John's new twins. So I suppose, looking at James May's corned beef face all day, you're going to leave work a little peckish, aren't you? Elton John went to war with designers Dolce & Gabbana after one of them said, listen to this, gays shouldn't be parents and that IVF was a natural and created synthetic babies. How dare he call Elton's kids synthetic? His hair, maybe, but please, not his kids. The Italian designer said it's wrong to choose semen from a catalogue. My God. You get the idea that Italy's version of Argos does things very differently. I don't want to see that coming through the hatch all over me swing ball, do you know what I mean? Elton's called for a boycott of Dolce & Gabbana, and I'm right behind him. Though I pray he never has a fallout with George from Asda. I'll have nothing to wear, and I'm going out this Saturday, honestly. Please, leave George alone. What a week it's been. The Queen celebrated becoming the longest reigning British monarch ever. Congratulations, Liz. I know you watch every week. Well done, love. Prince Charles didn't make the celebrations as he had a meeting with Anton Deck. If that means what I think it means, this year's I'm a Celebrity could be a belter. That would be great, wouldn't it? I'd love to see him eat kangaroo dick, wouldn't you? Yeah. Quality telly, love it. Everyone's been doing fascinating facts about the Queen. You know, apparently she can't be arrested. Did you know that, Chatty Man audience? Yeah. So what restraint not to pop out for a bit of looting during the riots? Can you imagine? I've never seen a Curry's getting ram-raided by a solid gold carriage before. It's not easy trying to stick a microwave up a glove either. They say she also loves TV, has a wicked sense of humour and isn't afraid to speak her mind. So pop a pot noodling around and basically she's Sandra from Gogglebox. Don't she? Yeah, uncanny, innit? Wayne Rooney became England's highest international goal scorer ever. Yes, Wayne's now England's greatest and most famous lion. So surely only a matter of time before an American dentist tries to shoot and stuff him. I know! Did you hate that bloody dentist? Yeah. To be honest, it's not the cruelest thing a dentist's ever done. I mean, look at that. But it was brilliant. The most excited I've been about someone reaching the big 5-0 since Jerry Halliwell came clean about her showbiz age. But it's weird, isn't it, looking at the photos of all Wayne's goals because his hair comes and goes, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? It's like watching a time-lapse film of the sea on Brighton Beach, isn't it? It is. What a week it's been. It was the Oscars on Sunday night. Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio won Best... He's not here tonight, love. He's not here tonight. There were rumours that Leonardo DiCaprio was sexually assaulted by the bear in The Revenant. Or am I getting confused with Nicole Kidman and Alexandra Meerkat in that Compare the Meerkat? It was one of them, weren't it? One of them. Mad Max Fury Road won the most awards. It did so well that property prices on Fury Road have skyrocketed. Seriously. seen Phil and Kirsty sniffing around. Kirsty, oh, Phil. That's my impression of her. Brie Larson won Best Actress for Room. I love Brie, but then I have a soft spot for any girl named after a cheese. I don't know. My second wife was called Cathedral City. Kathy, for short. Yeah, but after she took the house in the divorce, it was Laughing Cow, but anyway. Yeah, anyway, won't talk about that. Of course, at the Oscars, there was the big diversity scandal. Can I just say something, seriously? I was disgusted, and I think I speak for all of us when I say I don't care if an actor is black, white, male or female. As long as they're not bent. Can't stick them, can't stick them. The European referendum campaigns have been hotting up. You all excited? Oh, yeah. Channel 4 have told me I have to appear impartial. Impartial, I'm struggling to appear to give a shit. Now, on a personal note, it's nice for once to be asked, are you in or out, and it's not during sex. I can't believe they're going to be dragging it out for 16 weeks. Bloody 16 weeks! The BBC dealt with the whole of War and Peace in 6. It's too boring, isn't it? Too boring. They could at least make it more fun and give us a third voting option, like in, out, or Reggie and Bowley. And finally, what about Cheryl and Liam from 1D becoming an item? Good for Cheryl. What better way to get over a failed relationship than to hook up with a boy band member? Look at me. I'm still working my way through Blazing Squad. It'll never last. Celebrity relationships only work out if you put the names together, like Brangelina. Leril. Sounds like a cream for women's issues, you know what I'm saying? It's cool.